Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to learn how to solve linear equations. First, let's start to understand the meaning of the word equation. The word equation means that we have two sides separated with an equal sign. This means whatever we have on the left side is equal to whatever we have on the right side. In algebra, this means if we have 2x on the left side and 10 on the right side, this means the two sides are equal. This was the meaning of the word equation here. About the word linear, this means that you have x to the power of 1, as you can see here. The last word we have is solving, which means solving this equation, which means find the value of this variable x that satisfies this equation. So I'm searching for a number that I multiply by 2 and gives me the answer of 10. I know in such an easy question, all of you might guess the number that you multiply by 2 to get 10, which is 5, and all of you can reach the answer that x equal 5. But this is not the way we want to deal with such a question. We want to reach an agreement on a method or a technique that we can follow to solve any linear equation. Our strategy is called inverse operations. If we have a number added to our variable or unknown, then we have to subtract, and the opposite is true. Also, if we have a number multiplied to our unknown, then we have to divide, and also the opposite is true. Now, let's see a couple of questions. It says, solve the following equations. Question 1. We have x plus 4 equal negative 8. In order to solve this equation, this means that we need to get the value of x that makes both sides equal to each other's. And as we said, we would do this by the inverse operation. Since we have plus 4 beside the x, this means that we have to subtract 4 from both sides. So minus 4 here and minus 4 here. So 4 minus 4, this would be 0, and we will be left with x. Negative 8 and minus 4, both numbers need to be added now, so this would be negative 12. So now we know that x is negative 12. In the following question, we have 2x equal 18. The 2 is multiplied by the x, so we need to divide by 2 in both sides. Divide by 2, maybe over 2 like this, maybe written over 2, and 18 divided 2 like this. So 2 divided 2 is 1x, and as we agreed in algebra, we can write just x. 18 over 2, this would be 9. Question 3. Negative 7y equal 56. In this question, some of you might get confused, thinking that the negative 7 is subtracted from the y, but actually it's multiplied by the y. Wherever the number is written just without any sign between this number and the letter, then this number is multiplied by this letter. So we have multiplied negative 7, so we need to divide by negative 7 in both sides, as you can see. Later on, we can ignore writing this in both sides. We can just write it on the opposite side. So negative 7 divide negative 7. This is 1, so we have y. And this is equal to 56 divided by negative 7, which is negative 8. Question number 4. We have x over negative 4 equal negative 12. X over negative 4, this means x divided by negative 4. And as I said, we need to multiply both sides by negative 4. And as I said in the previous question, we can now ignore writing the negative 4, the multiplied by negative 4 in the left hand side, and we can just write negative 12 times negative 4, which means positive 48. Question 5. Negative 7 plus b equal negative 4. To avoid confusion, I can rearrange this to look like b minus 7 equal negative 4. Now, I have minus 7, so I have to add both sides by 7. This would be negative 7 plus 7 or minus 7 plus 7. This will cancel each other and I will be left with b. This would be negative 4 plus 7, which equals to 3. As we have two numbers with different signs, then we need to subtract, and the answer is going to be positive 3. In the following question, question 6, it says 2 lots of x minus 4 equals 7. In this case, actually, I have two numbers beside the x with two operations. One of them is multiplication and the other one is subtracting. So, what can I do? I have to do the inverse operation of both operations. Minus 4 means I have to add by 4 in the two sides, and multiplying by 2 means I have to divide by 2 in both sides. But the question is, which one I need to start by? Actually, the order of operations we followed in the previous class said that we have to multiply first, then we have to subtract. So in this question, we're using the inverse operation to solve this question. So we will follow the inverse order of operation. So we have to add 4 to both sides first. This will be 2x equal 7 plus 4, which is 11. Now, the left side stays 2x now. I have 2 lots of x equal 11, which means I have to divide by 2 in both sides. This would be x equal 11 over 2. You can just leave your answer like this, or you can write it as a decimal, which is 5.5. Question 7. We have 3 lots of x take away 17 is 13, which means I have to add 17 first to both sides, and this would be 3x. Make sure that you maintain both sides while solving equations. 3x equal 13 plus 17. This means 3x equal to 30. Now, I need to divide by 3 in both sides. This would leave me with x equal 30 over 3, which is 10. So, x equal 10. Question 8. Negative 3 times x plus 7 equal 13. First, as we said, the plus 7 means I have to subtract 7 from both sides. This would be negative 3x equal 13 minus 7. 13 minus 7 is 6. So I have negative 3x equals 6. As we said, negative 3x means negative 3 times x, which means I have to divide by negative 3 in both sides. And this would leave me with x equal 6 over negative 3, which means x equal negative 2. In question 9, we have 2x over 3 equal 10. This means I have 2 over 3 times x equal 10, which means I have to divide by 2 over 3, which means x equal 10 divide 2 over 3. And in dividing fractions, as we learned that this means 10, change the division into times, then write the reciprocal of 2 over 3, which is 3 over 2. This means x equal to 30 over 2, which is 15. Question 10. It says x plus 4 all over 8 equal negative 1. If I want to investigate the order of operation in this expression, this means I have to add first, then divide by 8. And since we're following the inverse order of operation, we have to multiply by 8 in both sides first, which gives us x plus 4 equal negative 1 times 8, which is negative 8. Do not forget the left side. So we have x plus 4 equal negative 8. Now we need to remove plus 4, and this will happen by subtracting 4 from both sides. So x equal negative 8 minus 4, which will give us x equal negative 12. After you finish studying and writing the previous examples, do not forget to solve the worksheet.